Look at this landscape, isn't this a wonderful view like being in heaven? And if you also ever have dreamed of being far from the noise and the hectic pace of the restless lowlands and the chaotic cities, the fast-moving locations that bequeaths us with a considerable number of untold sleepless nights, steeped in a restive darkness, so hard to break free from, and so darn impossible to escape? If yes, then welcome to my new episode where we escape these modern places and start exploring an area with raw and unfiltered beauty. Impressive towering mountains, lush dense forests, and fast-moving clear streams that carve through the land like the countless life-saving veins through our bodies. Yes, it took us almost 7 hours and 260 kilometers from Khai Son, for finally reaching the valley of Mai Chau, and it was well worthwhile too. It was a journey that winded through steep mountains and sun-drenched valleys, with each turn pulling us deeper into a forgotten world that once was ruled as a semi-autonomous Thai enclave, and which is now revered by the Thai ethnic group as their heaven on earth. This is a place so beloved due to its immense natural beauty and endless clean water sources that are originating close to the sky, that once you arrived here, this setting claims you, and leaving from here no longer even feels possible. Moreover, it is also a district that is full of history, with villages that stood their ground for 700 years and so making it one of the oldest settlements in the north of Vietnam, where nature and tradition are not just surviving, but thriving side by side. It is also a region where the local folk still preserve their language, customs, and architecture in defiance of progress, AI, and the countless other unstoppable developments of our fast-paced time, and so making it the perfect spot to relax and explore. So, loosen up, grab your chips, sit back, and enjoy our dive into their interesting history and unique traditions. Here we are in the center of the Mai Chau village, which is situated amidst lush rice paddies and mountains often shrouded in mist. Each morning, the town slowly wakes up, and the air is filled with the warm smell of sticky rice that is cooking in bamboo baskets and mixed with the fresh scent of wet rice fields and vegetable gardens that is just laying behind the first row of houses. Here at the heart of the village, the traditional market begins to bloom in the early morning hours, with laying out the numerous baskets among the mandarin trees that overflow with herbs, wild honey, and fresh vegetables. Dozens of women in indigo-dyed skirts trade their daily gossip as they sell hand-embroidered textiles, and children dart between stalls, their laughter echoing like birdsong and bringing the village alive. Food is not just sustenance here, no, here it is a long-lasting memory that comes with grilled pork wrapped in banana leaves, and dipped in a tangy lemak mat sauce, which tells of mountain foraging and family feasts. The local men start to gather early around the low wooden tables and sharing bowls of Kan Kai Zan and shots of homemade rice wine, with their voices rising and falling like the rhythm of the hills. Now let me quickly introduce you to the Mai Chau Valley View Hotel. A guest house that is nestled here in the heart of Mai Chau's emerald embrace, and I am proud to say that I found a haven that felt less like a hotel, but more like a gentle whisper from nature itself. From the moment I stepped into my room, I knew this place was special. Spacious, immaculate, and crowned with a private balcony, it is offering me with a panoramic view that is stealing my breath and replacing it with wonder. Below my balcony, I have the rice and vegetable fields that are stretching like a living tapestry, and beyond these pastures, the valley is cradling the horizon in quiet but powerful majesty. Each evening, I am watching the sun melting into the landscape and painting the sky in hues I did not know existed. The sunsets here are the most beautiful I have ever seen in a valley that is so peacefully etching a memory into my heart. Inside my room, comfort reigns. The bathroom, thoughtfully equipped, is offering everything I am needing, from plush towels to steaming hot water that is soothing after a long day of exploration. And in the summertime, you do not need to worry, as the air conditioning will wrap you in a cool relief, should you ever need it. But what is truly elevating my stay is the host. Warm, attentive, and always ready to help, he is making me feel not just welcoming but also caring for, as his kindness is adding a human touch that no luxury can replicate. So yes, and without hesitation when I return to Mai Chau, and I certainly will, I will be knowing exactly where I will be staying. Not just because this is the best hotel in town, but because it is giving me something rare. It is providing me with a place where comfort, beauty, and heartfelt hospitality is meeting all at once, and this is all what I need to make me happy and comfortable. Life here in Mai Chau is slow, deliberate, as the villagers rise with the sun and rest with the stars. They farm, weave, sing, and dance, not for spectacle, but for their soul and happiness. And then at dusk, the valley glows in rose gold, and the sound of bamboo flutes drifts through the air, as if the mountains themselves are humming their own composed lullabies and bringing the day to a well-deserved and peaceful end. And once you have felt this quiet magic, you will understand why leaving the village will feel like forgetting something that is very sacred and precious. Good morning from the mist-veiled cradle of Mai Chau Valley, where the sun tries to slice through fog like a blade of light and where roosters crow as the valley slowly wakes up, half dreaming and half alive. And all the while, I am enjoying my delicious Vietnamese morning coffee and breaking my fast, overlooking the stunning rice and vegetable fields from the lovely Mai Chau Valley View Hotel. Later, after finishing breakfast, we will head to the nearby ancient village where stilt houses stand like sentinels and richly woven brocade looms hum with history, as the Mai Chau Valley is offering us the opportunities to explore its historical features and providing us visitors with access to its cultural and historical significance. And here we go, up and towards the ancient Lac village of the Ban Lac community. A place where more than 700 years ago, 5 Thai ethnic clans, namely the Ha, the V, the Mac, the Loc, and the Lo kinship group, decided to settle here, deep in the misty folds of the heavenly Mai Chau Valley. The 5 founding clans of Ban Lac are part of the White Thai, or also called the Thai Trang ethnic group, one of the 2 major Thai subgroups here in Vietnam, with the other congregation being the Black Thai, or also called the Thai Den. Their ancestors are believed to have migrated from the northwestern highlands, particularly areas that are now part of Dien Bien, Sun La, and the Lai Chau provinces. And if we are looking back around 1,000 years ago, they possibly even resettled from southern China to Southeast Asia, such as parts in Laos and including the present-day Thailand. These clans were part of a broader migration of Thai-speaking peoples who moved southward and eastward over time, seeking fertile valleys for rice cultivation and safer terrain away from conflict zones. They followed river systems and mountain passes, eventually settling in the lush basin of Mai Chau, which offered ideal conditions for wet rice farming and communal living. Before settling in Mai Chau, the clans likely lived in Muong, which were semi-autonomous chiefdoms, which have been governed by the Tao, a kind of local lords, and practicing a mix of animism and ancestor worship. Their social structure was definitely clan-based, and with strong kinship ties and oral traditions that preserved genealogies and migration stories. Nevertheless, they arrived here and built their stilt houses from timber and bamboo, raised rice on terraced fields, and wove brocade with patterns that has passed down through generations until today. For numbers of centuries the Ban Lac community remained hidden. It was a quiet enclave that was untouched by the outside world. It was a hamlet that was inaccessible by road, barred for tourism, and thus, the native residents lived according to the rhythms of their looms, the movement of buffalo, and the endless prevailing mountain winds. Then came 1993, when the district government opened the village to overnight visitors, and that was also the time when everything changed. Curious travelers started to arrive, drawn by the raw beauty and the fierce pride of the Thai people. Locals saw the opportunity and started to transform their homes into homestays, their crafts into saleable souvenirs, and their songs into delightful performances. But this was not a sellout, it was more like a revival, as women who once wove for family began weaving for the world, creating scarves, skirts, and wall hangings dyed with natural pigments. The men carved buffalo horns into instruments and fashioned bows and crossbows as keepsakes, and so, the village did not just adapt but it also started to thrive and survive. Today, the Ban Lac community is a living museum of Thai heritage, with around 129 households and over 500 residents, living in numbered houses with clean surroundings and proud traditional history. They show us a past where we visitors now can hop onto a bike and ride through the surrounding rice fields, hike to nearby hidden caves, and dance around campfires together with locals. Here we also can find the delicious sticky rice cooked in bamboo tubes and sip ruu can, which is a wine drunk through long bamboo straws that is elevating us onto a different level of happiness. But beneath all this tourism El Dorado also lies something deeper, and that is a fierce commitment to identity, as the people of Ban Lac do not trade tradition for profit, but they successfully fuse them together. Yes, their economy certainly grew. But their soul mostly remains intact, and so, despite living in a world that is rushing towards the unstoppable modernity, the Ban Lac community stands firm, and making it a village that chose to evolve without even thinking of erasing its past. It is also here, where the white Thai people, who make up almost the entire community population, is continuing to live in harmony with nature, and cultivating rice paddies, weaving brocade, and performing traditional dances like the zo and the sap sway. Even their stilt houses are still constructed without any nails and featuring heart-shaped collars and highlight both elegance and resilience. Though part of a broader Thai ethnic tapestry that includes also the Black Thai ethnic group, the Ban Lac community remains distinctly white Thai in its architecture, attire, and spiritual practices, and stands as a model of community-based tourism, where we visitors do not just observe their culture, but also are invited and able to experience it and live it together with the locals.
That seems to be a very rural place.
We are continuing now to Bon Van, which is just 1+ kilometer from the bustling center of the Mai Chau town and is a rather quiet village that is tucked beneath the shadow of the 1,000-meter Phu Van mountain. Unlike its famous neighbor the Bon Lac village, the Bon Van hamlet is a bit of a hidden gem, much less commercial, more intimate, and very deeply rooted in tradition. I learned from one of the villagers that it is home to around 94 households and nearly 400 residents, and that the village is almost entirely populated by the white Thai people, who have lived here for generations. And as we can see, also here are the streets clean, the stilt houses well kept, and the air smells of fresh bamboo and rice husks. Locals here still farm the land, rice paddies, cornfields, and cassava plots that stretch behind every of the passing homes and painting the valley in shades of green and brown. Though tourism is new here, a few families have opened homestays, and also inviting guests to eat, sleep, and live as they do too. Inside their homes, you will find handwoven textiles, looms humming with the rhythm of tradition, and elders who still pass down stories by firelight. In the early morning, the village is quiet except for the sound of chickens and the soft chatter of women preparing breakfast. Then by afternoon, children ride bicycles between rice fields while their parents tend to the crop or embroider their traditional cloths. But then comes the evening, and the village is transforming, when guests gather around simple meals, grilled pork, sticky rice, and local vegetables that are served with rau can, which is the communal rice wine. Then the music begins, flutes, drums, and the unmistakable beat of the Zo dance, performed by graceful Thai women in traditional dress as the fire crackles, and the laughter rises, with strangers become part of the village. During festivals, Bon Van revives ancient games such as the Kio Ko, which in English means as much as tug of war, the Nem Con or ball tossing, and the Ban No, which is crossbow shooting, which are all activities that once marked the seasons and honored the spirits. Yes, the village may be small, but its cultural heartbeat is strong. And so, this is a place where modern life tiptoes in, but never drowns out the past, making the Bon Van hamlet not just a destination, but a reminder that authenticity still exists, and quietly thriving here in the hidden folds of the Mai Chau Valley.
Hello. Hello. Gun one, gun red. Look at this house. There must be a resort. Hey, smile. Hello, this is Windmark. Very good service. Thank you. Bye. Windmark.
And here we make a stop at Mai Chau's premier motorbike shop for my oil change. Just in case you need it too, this is your one-stop destination for all things biking, from rentals to repairs and expert local advice, which is very helpful here. This marks the end of our exploration here in the town of Mai Chau and its surrounding valleys, an area defined by its heavenly beauty, tranquil landscapes, and deep cultural roots. But do not fret, the journey will of course continue into our next episode, where we head north along the national route QL6, passing through dramatic limestone formations and terraced rice and vegetable fields. The road will take us past Bon Hang and Jom Lom, where the Thai and the Muong communities live in close connection with the land. At Jom Lam, we transition onto the route QL43, a quieter stretch that follows the contours of the hills until we reach the Da River. The Da River is a waterway that has shaped trade and travel for generations, and so it will also be our destination where we will board the local ferry that will carry us across the river and to Van Yen. It will be our first river crossing on a ferry, and so it will certainly be an exciting passage that is also offering sweeping views of the riverbanks and its distant peaks. From there, we will continue to Bon Na Kham, a forested village where stilt houses rise among the trees, before taking the final leg onto Route QL37, and climbing into the highlands of the Son La province, where the terrain grows more rugged and remote, until we finally approach Phu Yen, a district known for its ethnic diversity, cool climate, and largely untouched beauty. This upcoming ride will be more than a transfer between towns. It will be a journey through shifting landscapes, layered histories, and living cultures of diverse ethnic groups and traditional practices. And if this is your cup of tea too, then you are more than welcome in joining us into the next episode as we uncover the fascinating stories embedded into every bend of the upcoming road.